hostel, with those boys being with us 24/7, allowed us to have an influence beyond the traditional school hours and classroom hours.
For every tāne raukura or young man that comes through our whare, it is our job to take them for who they are, what they bring, who their families are, and we nurture them and we sculpt them and we look after them, and that their wairua and that their mana are upheld, are uplifted and absolutely taken care of. So puta mai, ka huri, ka aro kia rātou, ko tō mahi.
For me, even though I'm from Mali in West Africa, when I came here, I never felt like missing home too much, because I felt belonging in a hostel with the brothers. They are like family to me, and the teachers are like my parents.
What's the concentration?
We have a massive support crew for our kids. So we have really, really good housemasters who are on duty every single day. We have myself and my family who are involved with the kids on a daily basis too. So it creates that environment where they know that they are supported and they feel a sense of belonging.
Can we kick it?
Sure can on the last.
So the health and wellbeing for the hostel point of view and the school is a one big wraparound support that we have for the kids. So for example, if a young man's had a rough day, had a tough day at school, so when they come back to us in the hostel and they walk on our doors at 3 o'clock, we know that a such and such boy has had a rough day and we're able to put some support in around them. Other thing is that it's great communication. So if a boy has been to see the counselling team, Mr. Hale, for example, during that day, he's able to let me know, Scotty, this is what I caught up with this young man about, and this is what I'd like you to do in the hostel tonight for. So then it creates that wraparound service for the boys, so that they know that everywhere they go, they've got someone to talk to, someone who loves them, and someone who will support them.
A lot of our boys come from very challenging home environments. Over half of the hostel have received Ministry of Education support to come into the boarding environment. We refer to them as our Māpihi Pounamu group, and to support those students specifically, we've been able to put in place a school chaplain and a second guidance counsellor.
In this guidance department, we meet with them very frequently and just review their goals to keep them focused on their future and working hard on their school studies, on their sports, on their kapahaka. All those things just help develop that resilience in that young man. If there's a need for further professional intervention, then we arrange that. On any given Thursday, we have a psychologist. We also have a psychiatrist that comes in.
It's not going to hurt, but it is going to go tight. My role in the school is officially school nurse, but for the hostel boys, it's also support person, relationship expert, taxi driver, mum a lot of the time. The healthcare here is free. I'm here full time. We have a doctor's clinic 2 days a week, and we also have an osteopath that comes into the school. Any of our boys that require treatment outside of school, I transport the boys to those.
The Travellers program is an awesome program that we handpick some boys that have gone through some tough moments in their lives. The first twist in my road was that Kylie, my wife, she got quite sick, and she was heavily pregnant with Noah. Kylie had to go through an emergency C-section if Noah wasn't responding to anything. So Noah was going to pass away. There's tough stuff that happens in their life outside of their control, and how they can control their emotions, stay on an even keel is what we like to talk about, and make some really good decisions within those tough moments. Thankfully, the doctors were able to save him, and here he is now. Choose a Rotorua Valley, and I want you to have a go during your toughest day. Where were your twists in your road? Where did you have to show resilience, or strength of character, or leadership, or commitment, or take an opportunity?
The kids draw life maps, looking at their journey in life, where they've come from, where they're headed to, and specifically that their future is bright.
We're all heavily involved in sports. We learn strength of character and that through teamwork and understanding about how teamwork prevails in the hostel. Opportunity for you guys to learn from those guys who have played a high level of touch before, okay, and have done some really, really, really cool stuff. Just dancing, okay.
Jogging on spot. Stakes.
We're looking about 30% of our boys get endorsements, so marital excellence and stuff. So for the last 5 years, every single boy has passed their respective program and gone on to bigger and better things.
It'll be Tiaki's first ball this year, eh, bro?
What are you going to wear? What are you wearing?
Might go just standard black, you know.
If your student's happy, if they feel good about themselves, their academic progress can be unlimited. And that's really an important kaupapa for us.
Me, Zach, and lead on a couple of other boys from the hostel and the ball committee, so slowly starting to get everything sorted.
Exciting, it's so exciting.
Is it still Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
We're creating something very, very, very cool, and it's very, very powerful to be a part of. Within a classroom, you're able to see growth in that with the kids in terms of their learning. In a hostel, you're able to see growth in that in terms of their learning, their leadership, and their physical and emotional development. It's a very, very cool place to be.
Whānau!